Welcome to episode 2 of Otaku Social Club with your co-hosts Z-Boy Wonder and The Real Honey Bear. I'm Z-Boy Wonder, or Z-Boy for short. I do full-time content here on Twitch and other social platforms as well. You can catch me talking about anime on almost anywhere and everywhere you can find Z-Boy Wonder. That's right, on Instagram, Twitter, all of those above. My boy Honey Bear here is also a pretty avid anime fan, and that's why we started this podcast in the first place.
What's up, guys? I'm the Real Honey Bear. Great to actually meet everybody. If you guys haven't met me, it's great to see you. It's great to be here with the Z-Boy. I'm just a Z-Boy fanboy. Z-Boy E-Boys merch coming soon, as far as I know. So make sure you look out for that. Yeah, we absolutely love anime. We met during playing some Teamfight Tactics.
Yes.
If any weebs out there play some TFT. It's like, you know, we all come together, right? If you play TFT, you gotta be a weeb at some point, right? Like, it has to be.
I mean, a little bit, right? I mean, some of our friends have said they've never seen anime, even Avatar, which is a cartoon. For those that think it's an anime, we're sorry to bust your bubble, but it wasn't made in Japan. And he ties in Arcane into that statement as well, which is a French anime, but...
Is it French?
Yeah, it's French. Yeah, French production company made Arcane. Speaking of which, we do have a confirmation of a season 2 for that, and just no date. No date at all. Couldn't tell you when.
Wait, do we cover non-anime anime?
You know, maybe in a future episode. We do already have some things coming up for future episodes. We did get some comments last week. Shout out to Rage Warrior for letting us know about that. Hey, and we did actually get a confirmation, Q4 of 2024, Arcane Season 2. Maybe we'll have to host a watch along in the Otaku Social Club Discord if we have one even by then. Who the heck knows, man? I don't. Maybe Honey Bear does. But further ado...
We can just watch it in the Z-Boy Discord for now.
What are we talking about today, Honey Bear? What's this episode about, man?
Listen. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. We are talking. So today's episode is going to be mostly in regards to Mushoku Tensei. And that might be the first time I've ever pronounced that correctly. I'm normally throwing N's in there.
Dude.
Jobless reincarnation.
I am so proud. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
You ever seen
Mushoku Tensei is my favorite pronunciation of it.
Oh no. I'm so disparaged, man. Disparaged. I'm depressed, dude. I'm depressed over here. So basically, the thing that I have to say about that is, I was about to say, as a dad, you must know these feelings. I just think of them as dreams because I don't know if I'll ever have kids. I'm just too much of a kid myself. But yeah, I was like, man, Honey Bear just hit the ball off the tee. Dude, stop drinking out of your mic. That's weird. God, this guy, man, can't take him anyway.
Wait, is your mic not have drinks in it?
That's drink, dude. That is lit.
On tap. I got cherry Coke on tap here.
Let's go, man. I love cherry Coke. That's the best thing to have at the movies. You can't beat it.
Absolutely. It's like an awful drink for you.
Yeah.
Anything with like cherry or vanilla, whew, it's bad.
I don't know, man. Drink it. I drink these things called Olippops that has, there's no GMOs in them. They're a new kind of soda. There's only 5 grams of sugar per can. These guys should sponsor us, honestly. I don't know why I'm giving them a shout out. Sponsor us. I'm shutting up about them. Back onto the anime topics here.
You know, there is a really good drink that I do enjoy partaking myself. It's mostly a mixed drink. I think you have it on your chair.
Respawn. The mixed drink?
Do you not drink? Respawn is phenomenal.
Is that a drink? Is that actually a drink, or are we talking about how good the chair is? Because that's why my back doesn't hurt, because these guys carry me everywhere. We'll get into that a little bit later, but the thing that I really do want to discuss is also Isekai. We love Isekai here. We are big Isekai fanboys. What else are we? Fanboys of Isekai, fangirls, fan people. We love Isekai. So what we're going to be jumping into for the first segment of episode 2 is our top 5 list of Isekai. I'm going to let you start with your number 5. I'll jump into number 5 right after that.
Yo, you ready? You're fully ready to dive into this?
Yeah, I have my list pulled up. You got yours?
Got him.
All right.
Let's do this. Rapid fire mode real fast, and then we'll hang out with them. So my number 5 pick for the top 5 Isekai all time. This is my personal list. Konosuba.
Nice.
Konosuba.
Okay, I like that. My number 5 is Digimon.
Yes! Great number 5. Freaking great number
Nostalgia.
5. That reminds me of my number 4. just to throw it out there, Mushoku Tensei.
Oh.
It's my number 4.
Oh, number 4. I like that. I like that. My number 4, ReZero.
I freaking love ReZero, but you know what I love a little bit more than ReZero?
What's that, Honey Bear?
My number 3 of Rising of the Shield Hero, specifically season 1. That's the only season that's been released so far. So,
I respect that.
What do you got?
Wait, I'm pretty sure they're on season 3 right now. But
nope, they're on season 2.
They're literally on season 3 right now. It's coming out as we speak. Number 3 for me is No Game, No Life. Now that needs another season.
Such a good one,
right?
Oh my gosh, have you seen the movies?
No, because those don't exist.
Okay, they kind of exist. They're great. Number 2, I just call it slime. I'm gonna be honest. Something about reincarnation and stuff happening and slime. Yeah.
No, I like slime.
2.
I like slime. My number 2, Mushoku Tensei.
I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that. My number 1, the fan favorite, has to be the number 1 of all time. SAO. Sword Art Online, Season 1, Season 3. I don't know. They skipped something in the middle there.
We're getting a lot of gripe for this. Everyone's going to hate us because, guys, just to be transparent, Honey Bear and I do not talk about our list to each other at all. Dead ass. It's like the one thing for our outlines we don't let each other in on at all. And my number 1 is Sword Art Online.
Yeah!
Let's go, dude. Massive W's. Massive W's, dude. Wow. So I think this is the one thing I do want to touch on just a little bit here about it. For me, SAO got me back into anime after I kind of took a hiatus, as like from a kid to an adult. And yes. I have SAO as my personal number 1. These are our personal lists. There is a reason that we are discussing Mushoku Tensei as the main discussion today. That's why it's my number 2, though, just due to the fact that I love SAO. It's got a lot of pull for me there. That's cool that we both have that. Quick run through here for my honorable mentions. I have 3. And I'm going to let you do yours.
I forgot about honorable mentions.
It's all right. I'll just do my 3. No worries. I got my 3. You ready for this?
No, I have them. I just forgot.
Okay, sweet. Perfect. I'm going to do 3. You're going to do 3. And then we're moving on because we're keeping this quick. Inuyasha, Log Horizon, and Gate.
So mine are Inuyasha, No Game, No Life. I had those 2 before. And Iruma-kun. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely enjoy them.
That's a good one. Another one that I would like to throw out there that is kind of a newer one is Misfit at Demon Academy, because he is so OP and they do it the best. Best OP character in the game, maybe. Also, Overlord. Overlord fans, we're looking out for you guys. Please don't burn us to the ground.
Yeah, top 5 list is so difficult
to
actually like plug into. Like, there's so many that were left out. But I want to pose a quick question to you, Z-Boy, because as I was making this list, I wanted to know, are they considered Isekai? Okay. Code Geass.
Code Geass. That's a good question. That is a good question.
Is it considered an Isekai? I was thinking of it. I'm like, what a great anime, but I'm like, is it an Isekai? I think kinda, but no, it's not. Is it? Here's another one for you. Ready?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Chat's coming at us. 1 second. Chat's coming at us. How is Misfit of Demon King Academy not? Wait. Isn't that the one where he gets Isekai'd into a different body?
No.
Am I not thinking of the right show?
You probably are not.
What's the show where he's like a Giga Chad?
Yes.
It is Reincarnation. Oh. He gets reincarnated as a child from being the Demon King.
Reincarnated as a Demon Lord?
Okay, and he's in the same world. All right, you guys got me there. That's my bad. That's my bag. We're both wrong, actually. The best Isekai ever is dog anime.
Fate. Is Fate an Isekai?
Fate is an Isekai from what I have read online. Anime List has it as one. I don't know if I would chalk it up as one. I almost feel like it's more shonen-esque because of how long it is, right? So I don't know. It has Isekai qualities, but I feel like that's where like we could even is Berserk an Isekai?
I don't think so.
Is Gantz an Isekai?
No.
That was just a shout out to my roommate. He told me to ask that question.
I wouldn't call Fate an isekai. I don't know. It's close, right? Because I don't know. It means another world. Okay, then is Inuyasha an isekai?
Yes, because Kagome goes to another world.
No, she doesn't. She goes to the same world in the past.
Wait, no, she goes to a different world because he
Nope,
takes
same
her.
world
No,
past.
no, because then Inuyasha goes to Japan, which is a different world.
Same world past. Or same world future.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No,
Same world.
I don't know about that, man. That's a little
the
far
same world.
fetched. You know,
It's the same world.
we're really
Past and
bad
future.
about our outline this week because one thing I realized that we completely left off, and we're gonna crush this anyways, is anime of the week.
Oh, anime of the week.
Yeah.
What'd you choose?
What'd you choose?
Yeah. So, anyways, my third one. We'll come back to that. Third one. Digimon, because only the first season is isekai, correct?
Yeah. Does the rest of them not go into the world of the digital world?
I don't think so. I think they come to our world.
But that's the characters coming. That's a character being isekai to our world, then, right? The Digimon.
I mean, it's a monster. It's like
Digimon.
they can summon monsters.
Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Turn into. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to fill in the air right now. How did I do?
Yo, what a great childhood though. Anything more about the isekai that you wanna touch into? We're a little ahead of schedule.
Yeah. I think that one thing that we really didn't really touch on there too much is I'm pretty sure it's. Let me just pull up my list again that I did have a little bit earlier on this one. I just want to look at this because I had it. Eminence and Shadow is popping off right now. It is the top anime of the week. It just surpassed Jujutsu Kaisen. I sent this over to you. It is at the top for anime of the week for Anime Corner, followed by I'm gonna slay this name.
Oh yeah.
Frarian. I know I'm just
sure,
ruining that.
Yeah, sure, probably.
But so there's those two, and then the third one that is on the top of this list that's blowing my mind is the Kingdoms of Ruin and Jujutsu Kaisen has fallen down. But Eminence and Shadow basically surpassed Jujutsu Kaisen for viewership this week, which is kind of crazy.
Well, did you watch Eminence and Shadow season 1?
Dude, I really love Isekai. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, so you've seen it. You've seen the whole thing, correct? Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Yes, right? Yes.
Can you guys hear Honey Bear? I feel like it's breaking up a lot. Is he?
Yes.
He's coming through clear, right? Yeah, no, I haven't watched it. I'll just be transparent. I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, okay, it is. I don't think it's up there. It might make my top 10 for Isekai. It's climbing quickly. I think if I rewatched it, it might. The main character is really freaking good. Really good.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good stuff. Like Tyrion. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. I know I need to watch it. I'll probably binge it here while my significant other is over in Europe for most of the month. And one last thing I do want to talk about Isekai, I don't know if you've seen this one, is Tanya. Have you seen Tanya? Saga of Tanya the Evil? It's like a witch gets do you know the premise of it?
I don't actually.
Okay, so
I'm gonna look this up now.
She is like a witch that gets reincarnated in World War II as like a Nazi witch type vibe. Like it kind of gives off like vibes like that. It's based off a light novel.
This looks terrifying.
Dude, it's crazy. It is crazy. It is wild.
This does not look like up my alley.
It's definitely got some thriller aspects to it for sure.
Listen, man,
and
I saw an axe on your stream yesterday, and I'm like, yo,
I'm out of here, dude. I'm out in peace. That's scary, dude. That guy's made of shadows.
See you tomorrow, man. Let's. All right. All right. I'll put it on the list. It's marked on Crunchyroll. I'll consider. I'll look for that one.
Yeah,
I'll look for that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
The only one on my list I gotta ask about. Konosuba.
Yeah.
Have you seen Konosuba?
I have seen Konosuba. Aqua's best girl. Everybody hates me for that.
It's the dumbest. It's the dumbest anime I've ever seen.
He just acted
And
like I didn't say what I said, chat. I can already hear it.
100%.
Yeah, Aqua's best girl.
Holy crap! It's such a good anime though. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And then last point.
Best girl.
Huh?
Aqua?
What about Aqua?
Best girl. Darkness
No
is up
Game
there
No
too.
Life. I hope gets a season 2. Do you think it will?
God, no, it will never happen, man.
It's never gonna happen.
Nope, just like Dead Man Wonderland will never get a season 2, No Game No Life. They're just too good. They're too good of season 1s. They're like, why would we make a season 2? Why would we do that for the fans? We'll just give them these shitty movies.
Well, what about McRonald's, dude? Demon Lord McRonald's guy? What the heck anime is that?
Are you talking
Got a
about
season 2 after 9 years?
ReZero?
No.
Oh, my bad.
McRonald's.
Mick Ronalds.
Yeah, works at McDonald's.
Oh, part-timer. Devil is a part-timer. That's an Isekai too, right?
Yes. 9 years? Was it 9 years?
Yeah, I think it was like a
got
9-year
season 2?
hiatus. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. Okay, you know what? I'm going to hold out hope still. I'm going to keep holding out hope. My dreams can become real. My memes can become dreams. It's going to happen.
I'll give you a 1%er.
One day. Yes, let's get the copium going.
Copium.
Too much copium. Too dank. Way too dank. I choked. Oh, you imagine me dying on the podcast from my own saliva? That would be horrendous.
Listen, I'm not an editor, but I would clip that. I would edit it, and biggest clip of my life right there.
Me dying?
Yeah.
On my own spit?
Yeah.
After talking about Aqua being best girl, because that would really be irony at its
I'll put that in there.
Gee, come on, man. Can't do me like that.
Speaking of real good isekai, though, the last one on my list that I think we should talk about.
Okay.
Mushoku Tensei.
Oh.
Pretty dang good, eh?
Yeah. Actually, the godfather of Isekai. We wouldn't have Isekai without it.
Would we?
No.
Probably not.
I don't think so, because it's the source material that helped a lot of people figure out that it's time to make good Isekai. Very good Isekai.
Time to Isekai.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, we probably wouldn't have SAO if it wasn't for this.
Surely not. Which is both of our top ones. It really is. It's very, very good.
Yeah, so let's rock out. What do we have for the first topic? No.
So our first topic is this the best Isekai?
Oh, yes!
That's why we probably don't have it number one, because it's really something for us to dive into.
Yes.
I think it might be, in fact, the best Isekai ever made. Now, it might not be top one on my personal list, but in terms of character building, character development, world building, it's top tier in all of those categories.
Yeah, so let's break it down for a second. So this is now the unbiased talk of, it may not be our favorite isekai of all time, like you said, but is it just the best? Because there probably is one, right? There probably is the best of something, whatever it is. Majority of people see it as their number one anime, and or topics and conversations and character building and other things based around the world that you seem to like and I don't, are built up that can be talked about that are better than others.
Agreed.
And that would be the best isekai if they're able to do all the things better than other isekai. And I would also argue that this might be the best isekai ever written if it continues the way it goes.
Even with your gripes that we had discussions about when it came to an entire half season about erectile dysfunction, you still have it. You're still holding it higher now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love to hear that.
I think
that's great.
Season 2. So, I want to. Obviously, a lot of the anime or isekai in my list, and some of them in your list as well, had tough seasons, right? Like, nobody talks about Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. It was bad. Turtle season? Terrible. Like, holy cow, what in the heck were they thinking? Gun Gale Online? Like, did you like Gun Gale Online?
I liked the part that was Gun Gale.
Okay, that's fair.
I hated everything that came after that.
At best.
It's the same thing that happened in season 1 of SAO. Part 1 in Ironclad is so good. Mm-hmm. It's so good. So good that I love the progressive films where we go back to Ironclad and it's just...
Yes.
Yes, let me follow more of Asuna's story. Let me get more in depth about the love story of Kirito and Asuna and how they split up for much longer than we even knew. That's the best part about it.
Much longer.
For a really big part. And then how they came back together again and how he brought Asuna back to friends that she thought she lost forever. And the flags of the guilds. I mean, dude, there's so much more going on in that anime and that actual world than is led on to in the short amount of time because they add honestly just bullcrap to season 1.
Yep.
And they did the same thing with season 2, where I think they were legitimately waiting for more source material to come out because I don't remember some of the stuff that's happening in season 2 in any of the manga. I could be wrong. This is one of the few things where I did dive into the manga a bit to figure out what's going on. Where are we? Why is this happening? And the Excalibur arc and stuff is just kind of there. It doesn't exist. It's more about the Yuki stuff that happens with Asuna and Kirito.
Yeah, and so that's kind of like bring it back. That's kind of my point for, why Mushoku Tensei is the greatest isekai is because I do think season 2 had its lumps. I think personally, I think it focused on, erectile dysfunction a little too much. Like, yes, it was a big part of the storyline, but I wanted to see, and I want to give you the platform here, Z-Boy, because we talked about this before. But I would have loved to see more world building, take more time to talk about the towns, talk about the map, talk about where they're at, where they're going, what that looks like, and less time talking about his penis.
I'm actually not in a spot where I think that you're entirely wrong about that, actually. I think that season 2 definitely could have spent more time on what's going on in the North, where we're at in the North, who we're with, gain a little bit more information about the second group, because we do get pretty good info about group 1, right? We have Sarah, we have the mage.
Oh, did we have Sarah?
Yeah, we had Sarah. We had her.
Oh, we have Sarah.
Within reach, within touching, within grasping. Within skin to skin, right? But then
So
it didn't work. It did not work.
It did not work.
It did not work.
It did not work. It didn't work out, is what we're saying, right? It didn't work out.
Fell apart. And Rudy, spoiler here, gets too drunk, yells at him like a freaking idiot, or her, yells at her like an idiot, says all this dumb stuff, right? Goes to the brothel, and just wasn't himself, And that's what this whole season was really about. The erectile dysfunction part was to get us to the man god and to have us focus on, I feel like so many people got misled by what was happening, right? But I don't think that's necessarily what the premise was. And as you started reading more in between the lines, when I started poking holes in some of the stuff that you just kept throwing at me, erectile dysfunction, I started poking holes in it, because there is a bunch of stuff happening that kind of gets thrown to the wayside. But
there is.
What also would make this one of the best isekais of all time, in fact, the best isekai ever made, in my opinion, is the fact that through season 1 to season 2, we have leveled up. And it's been a normal pace. The pacing is so good in this anime. It is so dang good. It's otherworldly.
So with the pacing, I think you're spot on. I am a little bit worried.
Thank you.
I want to know how long they're planning on making it, right? I want to know how far they're going to push this story building, because I think they've set it up to where they can push it further. And in a couple of years, we may look at this. If season 3 or season 2 comes out or whatever, then season 3, we may look at this and be like, okay, they didn't build on what they had. They took it a different direction, and it now is no longer the best anime of all time or best isekai of all time. It may still be on our top list because it's freaking good. We'll watch it no matter what, but it may step out of that. And I think to continue on as the best, it really has to keep this pacing. It can't go faster. It has to go maybe even slower. Which sounds weird, right? Slow down an anime, but
I think we're going pretty slow, brother. We're only halfway through the course 2.
Part 2.
You
know what's not going slow? Little man now is trying to work hard on whatever he can.
True.
He's he's going after anybody. But,
moving on
we
up.
have the harem set, right? The harem set, and so it's like there's so much, but there's also so much we left. Like,
Right.
we don't know where a lot of people are right now. We don't know where people from the city are. We don't know the backstories. We don't know, like, we kind of know what happened to Sylphie, but we don't know a lot. There was a lot of years that we didn't see. Are we going to be able
Right.
to see that? Are we going to be able to see, how long until we reach his mom? I don't know, manga spoiler. So can't be there. But
true, same.
right, like, there's
Anime
so
only.
much. There's so much that we can add onto it. Plus, how many people did he meet along the way? And like the real storyline now is one, he's got to find his mom, and then two, he's got to help Richard. Like that is now his mission. I would say that mission might be bigger than his mom right now is helping Richard. Like that's his whole. He's meeting gods that are telling him to do it. He's got to help Richard, and I think that ends with, him having to figure out how to take down gods at this point. It's like
the last time we crossed a god, things did not go so hot for Rudy though. That was a yikes, man. That was not fun.
I think it went great. No.
What?
Last time we met a god? Yeah.
Do you remember the dragon god?
That's not the last time we met a god.
Okay, fair. But what I'm saying is, like, in the real world meeting, like, not the man god, but, like, meeting one of them.
No. Wait. 4 Arms is a god, no? 6 Arms?
Oh, 4 Arms is a demon god. You're right.
Yeah, he's a demon god.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
No, he messed him up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, yeah, he had time to prep his attack, and he had physics on his side. But hey, he messed him up.
True.
Messed him up good.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That was actually a pretty sick fight. I really like the fights in season 2. Season 1 was a lot of character development.
Yes.
We had some fight scenes here and there. Like the biggest action scene is Rudy literally almost dies. Like that's one of the biggest scenes that's action packed. And man, is that one insane.
It's crazy.
That
100%
that one is insane. And just like the scale up of production, right? With a lot more fandom came into season 2. You can definitely tell everything gets scaled up into a bigger and better presence. Even from, some of the schmut, even gets amplified a lot more, especially with Nympho Waifu number 1. Good old elf girl. Not Sylphie, but blonde-haired elf. Why is her name escaping me right now? I could not tell you. Honey Bear, can you remind me?
Eliana Elise? What? Shoot.
I know it's an E.
Eliana Lisa. Something like that.
Yeah. I just know that she is awesome. I'm glad that they didn't cut a bunch of the parts from the manga panels that people thought they would and kept them in, especially like when she's in the inn and he's like, don't catch a cold. That part had me rolling, man. That was great.
I'm going to call her Dragon Road because I think that's her last name, Dragon Road.
Dragon Road. Okay.
Yep.
We'll have someone fact check that.
Dragon Road's second though.
Yeah.
Good enough.
I agree. That's a good spot to be. But her character development even in this season has been awesome. Like just to think that she kind of went from being a hoe to like developing into more than that has been actually amazing to see. And we've seen other characters that we didn't expect to maybe ever see again start to be developed, right? And that character building is elite. I don't know if any anime does it as good as Mushoku Tensei does. Like, with how good they are at doing these things, it might put Mushoku Tensei not only as the best Isekai, but possibly one of the best anime ever made. Dare I say it?
Don't know if I go that far. They got a long way until they reach those heights. They got a long way to go. But on your point, though, to make your point even more, the Beast Girls coming in.
Yeah.
I think that was awesome.
Agreed.
Having 2 of them there. Having, that was one of the largest time chunks, if you will, of the first season.
Agreed.
Was him in the village. Getting captured, training with them, being stuck there they were stuck there for over a year, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Rain? Yeah. Year and a half.
And that was a huge portion of his, time, if you will, and the time skip there. And so it was really cool to see them coming back just at the academy now,
Right.
and being able to work through some of that. I don't even think he released that. Well, he told them that he knew their father, but I don't think they have any idea that he saved the entire village. He trained with. I don't think they know. Well, they know kind of about Gallade, but not really.
Yeah,
Like they almost don't know anything about it. Like he was especially season 2, right? He is very close to his chest. He does not say things he does not need to.
yeah, it's very
And
rare
is
that he
really
brings up
focusing on
Eris.
that.
Very rare that he brings up Eris. Got brought up by him like what,
Yep.
twice, 3 times maybe in the entire season. I think. Like it was not
Something.
very often.
Yeah, it was very small.
I would have to get a full count on that.
He thought about her, but saying her name out loud, maybe twice. Maybe
2 times. No, I'm trying to think back on it. I think it's literally 2 times. Yeah, because the
Might be.
student brings it up to him, and he says it then, and I think he says it one other time, and that's it that I can think of. Because he talks to when he meets.
Did he bring it up to Sylvie?
Nope, he brings it up to the other gal that asked him about her, the one that he's helping. The other Japanese. So that's the 2 times that I can think of. Once in the classroom, and then again. And maybe there might have been one other time, but yeah, I don't think he ever says anything about Eris to Sylvie. Not that I can remember. No. Not at all.
He might not. Yeah, but speaking of which, do you wanna kind of transition to this into best waifu?
Yeah, we can transition this into best waifu.
Yeah. So the thought here is objectively, who is or favorite or just personal favorite, personal preference, who's the best waifu for Rudius? Who is it? I think we can narrow it down. I'm going to narrow it down to a little bit broader of a spectrum. We got Sylphie.
Yep.
Eris.
So the 2 he's
Dragon
slept
Road.
with. Dragon Road
chick. Roxy.
Sarah.
Shoot, who's the one that started with a G?
Oh, Titty Kitty?
Titty Kitty!
Titty Kitty.
That's the one. Who cares what her other name was? Yeah, Titty Kitty. We can narrow it down to that. I do want to ask you, because I think we can cut them pretty early, but I wanna confirm with you. Do we cut out all of the other Beast Girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
The 2 they trained with in the village, and then the 2 that are his slaves? Servants?
Because the fact that Sylvie, right, and Eris supersede both of them in their own rights in his heart, right?
True, but I want to, I don't want to discount anybody. I want to throw anybody out too early, right? Because a lot of these we're gonna chunk out pretty quickly. But I want to bring them to attention. They are women in his life.
True.
They are potential mates. But I agree. I don't think they're gonna find a spot in the story. I think they're gone.
I agree.
There's not there.
There was already temptation, right, at the school, and there was also temptation in the village, and he kind of didn't take either of the bait.
Well, I mean, there was the time in the village where they're kind of playing in a waterfall, and he's like, but Eris was also there, so.
True. And Eris was starting to get jealous, though, right? That's where we actually saw like Eris's affection a lot more for Rudy than just it being, just a straight up like friendship type of effect. I think that's at least the first time that we start to see it get hinted at a lot more. Obviously, we knew that he thought Eris was beautiful, but it became more than just a teacher and student at that point.
Yes, it did. Yep.
Because they'd also just been together for so long through a lot.
Yeah.
Titty Kitty's name is Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
No,
Gis.
It's Ghislaine. Did Honeybear just disconnect?
You gotta like pucker your lips.
Anybody?
Ghislaine.
But it's Titty Kitty. No one needs to fool me. Okay, I know what it is. All right.
What dare you call her by the incorrect name?
What? Who? Me?
Yeah, it will be Titty Kitty from this point forward. All right, but yeah, I mean, let's go with Titty Kitty. I mean, honestly, she's too old. She's gone. She's already done it with his dad. Like, I think Titty Kitty's out.
What about we did have one dark horse here that I didn't really think about how we could connect the dots here. But what about the
Is
demon?
Ghislaine in or out?
What? She's out. But what about the demon queen?
She's out. Okay.
That gave him an eye.
Huh?
Demon queen, eyeball.
Eyeball?
Yeah, she gave him the eye.
all right. Sell me on this. You gotta sell. Go ahead and sell me on it. Let me see what you got here. Sell me on her being the waifu.
She was very outward facing towards Rudy about how she was down. Don't
Okay.
question her. No, man, I can't sell a lolly, man. I'm not even gonna try it, man. I'm not even gonna try it, man.
Right now, you gotta sell this thing.
She tried, man, and even he was like, "I'm not into lollies." No. Closed chapter. We had to talk about it for a minute because it's a great topic. But realistically,
I mean, honestly though, her husband, tough guy.
Dude.
Her husband's a 6-arm
yeah.
guy.
Ah.
Purple 6-arm man.
He basically gives me man, what is his name from Mortal Kombat? Why is my brain today is just drawn blanks. Worst podcast host ever today. Just gonna throw it out there.
He's Machamp. Just go with that.
Okay, Machamp. Goro, thank you. Goro. He really gives me Goro vibes too. Oh, he's like going ham, dude. Ready to fight. Ready to bring him on. And Machamp is also one of the best Pokemon ever. But back to talking about Mushoku Tensei's waifus. Titty Kitty is out of here. We'll see you later.
Titty Kitty's gone.
Not this time.
So that leaves us with, and I do think Dragon Road, she's already found somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, she's gone. She's got it. That's got to be the next one cut. She found somebody.
So we got 4?
Yeah, they could have done things, but he's like, nah, I'm not into you. It's gone. It's over.
Wasn't Sarah on this list? Didn't we have Sarah there?
Sarah is on this list.
And
so we got Sylphie, Eris, Roxy, and Sarah are left. Top 4.
So I think Sarah is easy to eliminate here because, well, that ship has left the sea. That is gone.
I think it could come back.
That is true.
It could come back.
That is true. Maybe it does circle back. Again, we are anime onlys here. Most of these topics that we will be discussing is coming from an anime only perspective.
Anime only.
So keep that in mind for future listeners or new listeners. We do only anime only. I'll make sure that's in our introduction next week so people can stay up to date with that. Also, don't forget, Honey Bear is a dirty dub watcher. Nothing against him. I love this man. I'd kiss him on the mouth if I could, but, you know, he's too far.
Gosh.
Okay, sorry. Anyways. Yeah, so They're out. So now we're down to the big 3, right? This is the big 3. This is where we're at.
Yep.
We have
Sylphie,
Eris, Roxy.
All right, who do you want to talk about first? Who do you want to bring?
Let's talk with our most recent. Let's talk about our most recent. Let's jump in with Sylphie.
Yes, because you and I talked about this briefly. We had completely different thoughts on this.
Yep.
So Sylphie, first off, was his first love.
Yep.
His absolute first love. Loved Sylphie before he knew Sylphie was Sylphie.
I'm such a hopeless romantic, man. Like, I'm literally getting warm and bubbly over here. My hair is all standing up on my arms, dude. Like, my heart's getting warm. Like, it's getting warm in here, and I got the AC pumping on me. And that's because literally, like, having, like, high school sweethearts, right? Where this was young love. This was his first love in his new life where he actually didn't want to kill himself in, right? He had rebounded. He had started to find something more than he ever could have imagined and was building off of it. So much so that when he found out that Sylphie was not a boy, he was caught off guard to an elite level. And then for Sylphie to recreate that moment again in the cave, chef's kiss, brother. Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Actually, the recreation was really good.
Right? What an episode.
Really good.
What an episode.
Yeah. I think Sylphie has played it the best, right? I think out of all the ladies on the list, I think Sylphie is trying the hardest. She is trying the hardest to get Rudius to love her.
Agreed.
If that makes sense. So I think she's really out there. She's like, I want him to love me. I want to be there for him. But I also think she is of the front that she wants what she loves him so much. She wants what is best for him, no matter what. Which brings me to an interesting point, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. If that is the case, which I think it is, why would she agree to the marriage?
All right, I need to hear the question one more time again. What
So
built us up to the marriage question, and why you think she isn't into the marriage?
so if she wants strictly the thing that she wants the most is what's best for him. Why would she accept the marriage so quickly?
I think she wants to be with Rudy forever. With that time, like you were saying, kind of circle backing to we're
Mhm.
missing a lot of the ingredients of Sylphie's time, the years apart. I don't think she ever wants to let Rudy go again. That's also her first love, and a true love at
True.
that. And I don't think that she ever wants to see that slip away. She's already lost so much. They've
Okay.
both already lost so much, and she knows that. All she wants to do is see Rudy happy. And when Rudy first appeared in front of her, she knew that Rudy was not a complete version of himself. Not the one that taught her, not her master.
How is how do you think it's gonna go with Sylphie when she finds out about Eris?
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be crushing, man. That
That's a
actually,
tough
my
one.
my warm and fuzzies just left the room. They're gone. They're not here anymore. I'm sad now. The inside of me, the hopeless romantic, just got crushed under a rock. A boulder fell from the
Yep.
sky. I'm stuck on the ground. I don't know what to do. I'm in despair. But I also think that she might be accepting to it because she does love Rudy that much. That
Yes, I think so.
she did ask the question, "Is this your first time, Rudy?"
True. Which he did not answer.
He did not. But because he did it and he left it open ended, I do believe that she also knows what that means.
Maybe.
But think about
But she was
this.
also embarrassed that it was hers.
Hear me out. Think about when she came back to the room after being away for maybe minutes, maybe an hour. We don't really know what time happened there. Obviously, the morning after was there, and Rudy felt destroyed. He was stuck in bed yet again without another love. She's gone. The bed is empty. It is cold next to him. He can't handle this. It's destroying him on the inside. He's thinking about ending it all. And then, boom, the door burst open. There is Sylphie. She is there to coddle him, to let him know there will never be a day that she does not get to see him and he does not get to see her again. And that is why she said yes to the marriage so fast.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I'm really interested in how the marriage is going to come about because we have different thoughts on. Because I don't think that was the only way out.
Mm-hmm.
You were on the assumption that was the only way out, correct?
Yeah, I think that was her only way out from
Okay.
the courtship, or not the courtship, but the royal guard, essentially, if we want to call it that.
Yeah, and where I'm at is I think they would have let her go regardless, whether it was honorable or not. I think they would have let her go, and even if it was a dishonorable leave, it would have been
And
honorable,
that
right?
brings up my
They
point
liked
here.
Sylphie so much.
Sylphie has a pride issue. That's her downfall, is she's prideful,
Yes,
right?
she does.
And that is where I don't think she would allow that because of her pride. I think her pride would get in the way, and she would then have to make a choice between Rudy and, man, why can't I think of the royal girl's name either? See, my brain is just like, what?
I had it up. It's gone. Got nothing for you. Good luck.
So the princess, we'll just call her the princess.
Princess.
Yeah. So
Princess.
the princess, she was not going to abandon her because of how much time she's been with her now too, and how much she owes her for being saved. I mean, didn't that country hate elves that she was in? And that was the other reason they got out of
Yes.
there, right?
Correct.
So I think that's one of the biggest reasons that Sophie feels indebted, right? And that's where that pride comes in, that indebtedment. She had it to Rudy, that was ripped away, gets teleported to a freaking distant land. Don't even know how distant it was. Dang it, man. I think you
Yep.
were right. You were right. You were right. Not enough world building, man. They need more. They need more. We need more world
Need more
building.
world building.
We need word. We
There's
need
a
more
lot
of
of
it.
world building.
But not enough. Not enough in
I don't
season
know.
2 at least. Not enough in season 2 at least. That's my gripe. That's my only gripe I got with season 2. Not enough world building. But
I got a lot of gripes in season 2.
we got to go on to our next girl, I think. Because we're not eliminating Sophie here. We're talking about them all, and then we're gonna figure it out. And then we're gonna figure it out.
We'll do top 3, and then we'll say our number 1. Yeah?
Yep. I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Eris. So Eris was the second first,
Second
if
first.
you will. The second first.
Yes.
Right? Of like, Love Sylphie was like, all right, I'm gonna do this for Sylphie. I'm gonna go train this brat of a noble for Sylphie. And then got 5 years with Eris before the teleport.
Yep, we hate to love
Somewhere
her.
around there.
We hate to love her,
3,
man.
4.
But we all know that
Yep.
Z-Boy's weakness, chat. As everybody who has seen me on Twitter or has ever seen a follower alert on this channel, Yoko Littner, red hair girls, I'm weak for him. I'll be straight up. I'm weak. I'm weak at the knees, man. I'm weak. And Eris is a redhead. She is the redhead of this series.
Yes, she is.
And on top of that, man, was she a bitch to our boy, dude. She was such a bitch to the extreme. Bitch.
Yeah, she was. She was not good whatsoever.
No.
But Eris, though, I think before they grew into loving each other, they grew into an extreme dependence.
Correct.
On each other. I think it really, really shot into a dependence on each other. And I think that's where the love blossomed from.
Agreed.
Was because for a time frame there,
God, this anime
was there
is
and
so
they
good.
Richard. I don't think there was a time where I think they desperately needed each other.
Yep.
To the point to where I think if they separated, there would have been extreme, like more than it was, at the end of the season, right?
Right.
I think Rudius would have offed himself. I think that would have been it for Rudius if she would have left him a year ago, 2 years before that, etc. I think that would have been it for him.
I think there are multiple times where Eris is the lighthouse for Rudy, actually.
Yes.
Many times.
Yes.
Not just once, not twice, but a bunch. She constantly guides him back. Correct. Yeah. And without
even knowing it, too.
Yeah. No idea.
She didn't know.
No, and I don't even think Rudy really knew it. Like, Rudy had no idea, right? And then stuck in jail away from her. And you start seeing more and more of these moments while we're in the animal village. We just keep seeing these moments where, man, I'm getting drawn back to her. I'm getting pulled in. I'm starting to fall in love more and more. Head over heels. Oh my God, I can't live without her.
I don't know when the love started. Like, I don't know, because I think it turned from a dependence to love somewhere. But I don't know where. I don't think there was a firm line of where it turned. Like, I don't think there was a defining moment. But it was definitely, like, a long period of, I need you in my life. I cannot have without you. To, oh my goodness, I want you in the rest of my life. I want you here forever.
I feel like the near-death experience for Rudy is definitely like the pinnacle of it, right? There's some other stuff that trickles in, but I think the pinnacle is she watches him almost die.
Yes.
So I think that's huge. I mean,
is that when she loves him or he?
I think that's when I think he already was falling in love with her prior to that.
Okay, I agree.
As we saw in the village. And like when she started to feel these feelings that she's never felt before for another human because she despises them so much, outside of like Richard, she loves green hair, right? Like she actually has not like in love, but she loves him, like in terms of like trying to see his story through, trying to see his goals through, right? And that's why she's also all in on this mission. Yes. And then what happens on that mountain, I think changes everything for her. And I think that's also where she realizes that they are dependent on one another.
Yeah.
And that's why she does what she does. She sleeps with him and leaves him in the morning.
It's painful.
Isn't it?
It's even worse.
Oh, really does rip your heart out, doesn't it? Leaves him with a lock of hair, too. Her hair was what he was obsessed with.
Yeah, well, she didn't specifically leave him with lots of hair. But she cut her hair for the symbolism.
Yeah. Which meant I'm distancing myself from you. This is the best thing that can happen for us. And on to Roxy.
Roxy.
Yes.
Roxy, the goddess herself, the literal everything. Wait, was Roxy the first?
The first love, the first like real love. I don't know if it's
Roxy
like
over Sylphie.
I mean like Sylphie and Rudy's love is young love. Like it's the first true like relationship he has in terms of someone that he can relate to on that level, right? Because they're in the same age. I
think Roxy was physical.
But I think Roxy was his first like physical attraction in the world for sure, outside of his mom's boobas when he was born.
That was fast. That happened.
Yeah, that was like not really his choice. He had to eat. I mean, he's human. He had to eat, baby.
You gotta eat. Yep. There's no formula.
But Roxy, we still have her freaking underwear in our sacred shrine, dude. We still have her underwear in a shrine. We call her our master.
Yes.
We call her our goddess. She is always praised by Rudy, so much so that when Rudy gets to her homeland, he has nothing but good things to say about her. The praise is elite. He had tons of bad things to say about Eris. Tons.
So many.
But not a single bad word about Roxy. You say something bad about Roxy, you might die. We saw it.
Yep.
He almost killed someone for that.
Quick shout out to Lilia, though, the maid.
Yeah.
For keeping the treasure safe.
True.
Like, well done.
Yeah, no, the maid is a dark horse waifu as well. Like, she was never gonna be a waifu, but she's an MVP, man. She's an MVP. She's an MVP.
Like, she's one of the only people in the entire verse that knows the secret.
Right.
And she's kept it. She will keep it to her grave.
Right. No, very true. Very true.
Yeah. She will not say
I love
anything
it.
about it.
No, it's one of my favorite parts. It's one of my favorite parts entirely.
Yes. Full agree.
So, Honey Bear, do you feel like we've given enough room to Roxy here, or is there a little bit more that we need to build up on for Roxy? I mean, she's his goddess, right?
She's literal goddess. Literal goddess.
Numero
but it's also
uno.
like, met the parents, talked with them, kind of saved Roxy through that, if you will, right?
Yeah.
In a way, in a roundabout way, saved Roxy to be able to love her clan again and love her family.
Right.
He doesn't know that, but she does. So she's falling, a little bit more for him. I can't remember how many years she said to wait, but we're creeping up on that. I think she said 10 when he was 5, and he's 15 now, so it's there.
I think the other
Roxy
thing
is searching for him
that comes to mind about Roxy here, and chat, or you can correct me if I'm wrong here, isn't he at the academy because of her? Doesn't she get him in? Isn't that where the special invite comes from? Is through Roxy?
Correct.
Right? That's the recommendation?
Yes.
It's not Eris that gets the recommendation, it's Roxy, right?
Roxy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're leveling up. We found Sylvie, right? We cured our erectile dysfunction really because of Roxy.
Yep.
Kind of crazy.
So this is, I'm just going down a rabbit hole here. Are you ready for this? If Sylvie was Roxy, same thing would have happened. If we
reversed the roles there.
Yep. If the writer decided, I'm not going to put Sylvie at the Magic Academy, I'm going to put Roxy at the Magic Academy. Same thing. Erectile dysfunction fixed. Like, they get after it.
Do they get after it, though, or does she keep making him wait, and then he gets blue balls, I don't know. That's an interesting twist. So. You got me thinking now.
I think they would do it.
That's like a whole nother episode.
But if you think about it that way, because I think that would probably happen. But that's not the way the story went out, right? That's not what happened. But I do think Roxy loves him in that way.
True.
I think she is very fond of him. She's looking for him currently, right?
True.
Or she was looking for him, and now she's trying to help with the family. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yep. She's definitely out there trying to help him.
Her mission now is for him. She's already just working for him. She gave up the rest of her life to just seek out him.
At least that's how it seems. We don't really know yet.
That's how it seems.
Anime only. And that's why I love it so much, man. I love this anime. I could talk about it for hours. I could talk about it for days. I could talk about it for weeks. And I can't wait until we get to talk about it when Course 2 comes up, because that'll definitely be a part 2 to this discussion. Do not worry.
100%.
If you guys think we're leaving things out, it's only because we want to talk about more of it, right? That is 100%. Definitely at the top of our list. We'll be coming back to this when Course 2 for Season 2 does release. We'll be there on top of it, me and Honey Bear, coming at y'all. One other thing that we have not said yet is who is our top waifu for him? Who's it going to be, Honey Bear? Who's yours? And why?
My top waifu, I'm going to have to give it to Titty Kitty. No, not Titty Kitty.
Wait a second. We eliminated her.
I'm going to give it to Eris Gray Rat. I have to give it to her. I think she is the one that is working towards him the most. She has given everything to him. She left for him. She's trying to be on his level. I think she is working for him more than anyone else in the story.
Are they family? How are they related again? They have the same last name, don't they?
Who's your number one?
Wait.
Let's not worry about things.
Oh, okay, man. All right, my bad. I always forget that sometimes. I think there's
Alabama's a state, all right?
I think there's like
Get over
distance. I think it's like fifth, sixth cousins removed or something, right? Something like that.
Shout out to all the Alabama fans, okay?
Yeah, we love you guys.
didn't mean
Thank
it.
you. Yeah, nothing against. Actually, there's a whole lot against that. Okay,
Actually, it's a human idiot. All right.
it's a
Who's your
royal
number one?
family. It's large. Okay, it's kind of like Game of Thrones or something. Anyways, my number one. You might think, oh yeah, Z-Boy's gonna cop out, go with the redhead. He already hinted at this. Ain't no shot, buddy. Because it's the goddess, baby. It's the Shrine of Panties. Numero uno. Our first attraction in this world. It's Roxy, the undisputed queen of his life. Doing so much as well in the background. Looking for people. Getting him invites to places. I mean, how does it get any better? How? I don't know. But if you guys think that we messed up with our picks and we should have said Sylvie, or Sylvie, you should.
I'm kind of shocked neither one of us did.
I mean, I love Sophie. I love Sophie.
He's with.
I love Sophie. I do.
Same.
But like,
I don't think you can go wrong with the top three. I think any of the top three you
agreed.
Can pick.
It's like trying to pick between Charizard, that freaking plant dinosaur thing, and Squirtle, right? My boy. The best of the best, Squirtle. Roxy blue, yep. Squirtle's blue. You see, I had to go that way because the fire lizard sucks.
Wait. Do we have blue, green, red?
Yes.
Wait, do we really
have you not noticed that?
No, not till this very moment.
Oh, dude, I just blew your mind. Yeah, we have the starters.
I chose Charmander.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and I picked Squirtle. Not because I love Squirtle so much, because I literally love Roxy so much. But, like, yeah, agreed. Actually, chat has it right here. Sophie is too nice to be number one. And the pride thing just, like, kills me. Like, the pride thing is, like, she's going to hold on to that, and she's going to get crushed by the idea of Roxy, by the idea of Eris. I mean, does she even know about the Shrine of Panty yet?
No, she does not. He
stopped it, right?
Not to reveal it.
Boxed it up.
To him.
Yeah, no good. No good at all.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting, right? I think because of the position they're in, I think Sophie has the most to gain as a character from this point going forward.
Right.
I think she is going to level up significantly once she starts to learn about Eris, about Roxy. Because I think it can go very different directions. But
sure.
I think she's gonna get defensive.
I think so too.
She's gonna be like, "This is my man, and I'm gonna prove it." Like her magic skills are gonna go through the roof.
Are we gonna see Rudy level up and mature as well as we already have, right? But we're also like, we already saw Sophie getting jealous. We already saw it happening.
Yeah.
So we know there's a jealous creature in there. We already know it's there, right? She can't speak Japanese, and that already pissed her off. No different than like, I can't speak Floridian, and that pisses me off when Aurora does that.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, my bad. That was a shot. Florida viewers, we love you guys too. All right. Shout out to all the Florida viewers out there. Last thing that we got to say here is that, the waifus are great. We love the waifus in this show. We unfortunately are running a little short on time this week. I do have to get going to a good friend's birthday party. But what I will say is, if you guys felt like we left anything out, let us know in the comment section down below. All right, so that we can get on top of that for the second part of this episode. That won't be for a little while. All right,
Long time.
Won't be for a little while. Yeah, won't be until at least probably January or February. I would assume they skip a season. So I assume
unless this episode pops off, then we'll do it next week.
Yeah, maybe. If we get
probably not,
actually, I'm gonna make a like goal. If we get to 200 likes on this episode, we'll run back part 2. 200 likes. That's the like goal I'm setting. I don't think that's too high. I think that's reasonable. If it gets 200 likes,
if we don't hit 200 likes, what are we talking about?
Oh, buddy, what are we talking about? Probably the biggest fandom in anime right now. Probably the top dog. People say this is the best anime ever made, and I don't know if I can really debate it. I think it might actually be. This sticker might be a little hint for you guys. Do you guys know what this ingredients list is? Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. Focus? Thank you. Oh.
Wait, that's my mom.
Oh. Yeah, so this might be the ingredients. That might be the freaking ingredients to make a Philosopher's Stone. We're going to be diving into Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Wait, that's the ingredients for a human, right?
No, it's the ingredients for a Philosopher's Stone.
I didn't actually look. I just thought it was. That's where the milestone came from.
No.
Is that the ingredients for a human?
No. Trace amounts of 15 other elements. That's 15 people you have to sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And to make a real one, you need a lot more. So we're going to be diving into that next week, unless 200 likes on this. All right, get it there. Pass this stuff around, man. All right, let's get some more subs on the channel. We're going to be throwing some more shorts at you guys from episode 1. We'll be having more shorts coming out from episode 2 as well. I'm Z-Boy Wonder, one of your co-hosts here. This guy over here, or over there, actually. He's over there. He's on this side. He's in Ikebukuro, Japan for some reason. It's blowing my mind. I don't even know how you got there, bro. I thought you were...
I'm on the streets, dude.
You're out there.
An interview with somebody? I'll drag somebody in.
I think that if you pulled somebody in, the only person that's behind you right now riding their motorcycle is Celty, all right, the headless rider. So if you can get her on here, I don't know if she can talk.
Is that
can't.
from Dara Dara?
Durarara, which is one of my all-time tops. One of my all-time tops. Such a good anime. Maybe we'll dive into that soon too. Don't forget, leave us some recommendations on what you want us to talk about in episode 4, and we will be back next week at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on twitch.tv/ZBoyWonder. Honey Bear, you got anything left to say, my boy?
Eris is the greatest. Don't you ever discount Eris. She's the best.
All right, man. Roxy is the queen. And on that note, it's going to be a sayonara from us, and we'll see you again next week.